Easy.
Almost. She still is gripping with her knees.
Yeah.
And that'll, I mean,
Well,
I guess.
that's something I actually have been trying to help taught her to do because I know that kind of can make them bounce out of the saddle,
Right.
but her legs were so
No, going back and forth.
that I had to do something.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay, you can go and stop her.
Ooh.
And back her up for me just a couple steps.
Ooh. Back. Back. Use your legs. Squeeze.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Okay, ladies, we got a lot of work to do over the next couple of days. You know, Pica's responses are kind of dull in some areas, and they're not, her behaviors are not so severe that I'm worried that it's not going to be able to be fixed over the next couple of days. We do need to work on her basic controls. Her stop is sometimes really not there.
Yeah.
You know, I picked up the reins and she just kind of walked right through it. We're going to work on her lightness, in that she's putting her head down, relaxing, that she's flexing like she's supposed to, and the strength of those responses are going to get better. Okay? And we're going to work on her rhythm. The rhythm is, again, speed control. You know, can you go fast? Can you go slow? Can you stay in the speed that I ask you to stay without you trying to run off without me or with me? And we're going to work a little bit on line, but not too much. Eventually, then, after I leave, you guys are going to continue on with this process, and you're going to eventually find that the language that you guys develop with Pica is going to create a connection between you and her. All right? I'm not looking for a partnership. I'm not looking for some of this pseudo crazy stuff that, you know, people want to put on their horses. I want a relationship with my horse, but I want it to be a connection to her. That she understands me, I understand her, and we can get along just fantastic. Okay? Questions?
You've nailed it. You have nailed all the issues that Amy and I have been experiencing with Pica over the last several months, and I'm pretty excited about this. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen by the end of this week.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
and as I was saying earlier, I feel amazingly blessed and humbled that you would come down. I've tried to work with her and teach her what I know, and we've kind of come to a place of kind of hitting a wall, of taking her beyond where she is now. And I know she can do it. She's got the capabilities, and I want Geraldine to be able to enjoy her.
Yeah.
And so we're so grateful that you're here and willing to teach us what you know and what all of you guys kind of bring to the table. And I can't wait to learn more and better, and a way to communicate with her that she can understand, because I feel like I'm confusing her without meaning to.
Sure.
So we're very excited.
Well, good. Well,
Thanks,
I am
y'all.
too.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me down here and giving me the opportunity to work with your horse, and it really gives me, another feather in my hat that I can go down the road and say, I've seen this before and I can do this with this horse too. So when we come back from break, though, we're gonna get her back out and get some work done.
Okay.
All right, you guys stick around.
Stall Skins, the alternative to rubber mats. Celebrating 10 years of providing stall flooring solutions for the equine community. Contact us to find out why thousands of horse owners have switched to the simple, one-piece, water-permeable stall flooring system that pays for itself in less than 1 year. 800-400-3165 or www.stallskins.com.
Ryan Gingerich has over $75 in gifts and prizes for you. Sign up now. Ryan Gingerich, the behaviorist, has developed the Connection Club to keep in constant contact with you. Members get an exclusive Ryan Gingerich t-shirt, a monthly DVD, an emergency trail riding compass keychain, over $75 in gifts, plus unlimited access to the online answer zone where Ryan chats with you each month. Sign up now at ryangingerich.com.
All All right, back here with Pica, and I want to work through a couple of her issues. And the first thing I'm going to teach her to do is basically just to go forward on command like she's supposed to. Again, that's with the correct leg first, okay? Now I'm going to use deletion if she does give me the wrong response. And then I'm going to ask her to put her head down as she's walking. You know, she's got a real bad tendency to drop her, bring her head up and want to poke her nose out. Now, I know, Amy, you were talking about earlier about flexing the horse by asking her to basically bring her head over one side to the next. Real flexion, if you watch some of the very high-level dressage folks, doesn't come from left to right. It comes from a better understanding of what's going on in the front of the horse, okay? And the front of the horse is right here, all right? When the brain has a better understanding of what the cues are, the relaxation then comes automatically. You don't have to artificially teach it. You just need to get the horse to relax, and then we'll just kind of come that direction.
So you're not going to be necessarily teaching her or working on bending around your leg, that sort of, you don't really, no. That's not part of it.
All that relaxation, all you're talking about is relaxation in the horse. All that comes through a better understanding of the bit pressures, okay, and her cues in general, all right? If there's any confusion anywhere in her body with any specific cue, she's going to have an immediate reaction to that, and that's going to be a tensing of those muscles. And that's why you see horses that, head goes up, back hollows out, or their hips, barrel gets stiff, or the legs get short and choppy. All that kind of stuff is just a flight reaction. So again, I'm going to cue her with the right leg to have her go to the right, all right? And she gives me the wrong response, I'm going to say, nope, back up. Let's set her up for success by putting that leg kind of back a little bit farther than the other one, the right leg back farther than the left. When she steps back, I'm going to say go forward again with it.
You're cueing her with the right leg to ask her to go to the right.
Correct. Okay? There's a reason.
I believe you.
All right. So right here, she's poking her nose out, right like this. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the reins and ask her to drop her head and kind of relax into that pressure. Once she does, I'm going to release them. I'm going to continue on with that pressure again. Say, drop your head, release, release. Now, what I'm trying to do with the outside rein, all the outside rein is doing is just supporting the inside one. I don't want to see her head way over here, okay? You'll see a lot of guys doing this kind of junk and jerking on the horses' faces and getting them really bending left and right. All that's going to do is, number one, cause a hyperreactive response from the horse, which is a flight response, and is going to dull the stop cue over a period of time, okay? Not only is it going to do that, but physiologically, it's going to break down the horse's cervical spine. All right? Okay, so we need to be very careful. Long. Long. Good girl. Okay, and be very careful about how we train our horses.
I'm catching on to what you're teaching us, but I think I'm a little bit, whether I can translate it into when I'm in the saddle or not, it will probably take a little bit of practice for me, but I can understand the premise, and I understand what you're doing with her, and it's pretty impressive.
Okay. What I want her to do eventually is just to carry her head in that position, all right? Kind of low and relaxed, and her nose nice and flat on the vertical, all right? Now, once I get her doing this pretty well, then I'm going to go ahead and add the stop cue into it a little bit and say, okay, respond there. Now I'm going to add a little bit more pressure to the outside rein, inside rein, outside rein. Stop your feet. I don't want to see her head come up and her nose to poke out when I do this.